Welcome back to the Gentleman Ultras YouTube channel. I am Richard Hall, as always, looking through today's papers, and most of this, obviously there has been fixtures midweek, but there's also the fallout of the Super League, the European Super League. It says here, Agnelli Mystery Super League. Juve surrender, and Agnelli there not looking best pleased. Obviously the teams, the main ones, Juventus, Milan, Inter, all heavily criticised. Saying here, just a bit of the fallout. The president is isolated in Italy and Europe. Future at the head of the Bianconeri is in more doubt than ever. The final decision will be down to Elkann, and well, we'll have to just see what happens there, of whether they back him, which I think they're going to in this moving forward. It says here, Zhang left alone. Morata's also under a little bit of pressure for pushing this forward. Obviously, he's always known about this. You would have thought for some time from his time at Juventus. And Milan, Gazidis in the spotlight, also under pressure. Maldini tells the fans, I didn't know anything. I was talking to Charlie Stilatano, who's a friend of Paolo Maldini's, yesterday on Sirius XFM, and he said that he had a phone call from him saying that, listen, Maldini didn't know anything about it. It was as much as a surprise to him as to anyone else. But Maldini then still apologises to the fans, and he just shows his class again there. So Corriere dello Sport again talks about the it says the Super League collapse. Morata's defence was now that there needs to be urgent measures or we'll all go under. It says it was all Inter CEO here again, obviously. The project from the owners was born in good faith. Costs are no longer sustainable. And there's Maldini. And then nothing once again. Tutto Sport. How do you play this again? They actually talk about Maldini and just again say that he's shown his class when he apologised to the fans, even though, you guessed it, he didn't know anything. So that is all on the European Super League. Inter drew 1-1 with Spezia last night in a game of missed chances. Realistically, I think they blew a real good chance, although Gazzetta says Inter plus 10. They struggled with Spezia, but it's a step forward towards Scudetto. It ends 1-1 as Farias and Perisic get on the score sheet. Here again, Corriere dello Sport, Inter held by Spezia 1-1. Conte says pressure's inevitable. They're not going to win every game. They've got a 10-point advantage over Pioli now. Onwards and upwards. And of course, Tutto Sport will also be talking of Inter here, saying that, again, they have now record, so it could be a record number of points. They're doing exceptionally well, and they put the title in Milan as well. So what of Milan? Milan, no, it says in Gazzetta. Sassuolo beat them, overturned by Sassuolo. It was not what the Milanese wanted. They keep going on, though, that they're only after the Champions League, but realistically they would have liked to have taken advantage of Inter's mess, if you want, a draw against against Spezia. Golden Raspadore, Sassuolo kid knocks down Milan 2-1. That's Corriere dello Sport talking again here that it's shaping up now as we think they know how the table's going to finish. It says Milan collapse, but this is a Tutto Sport. Milan collapse into -9. Inter. I could talk about that all day. It wasn't good, but again, neither were Milan, so it left Juve. Juve knocked 3 times is Tutto Sport. Alexandro Brace, De Ligt sealed the Bianconeri comeback, who returned to 3rd place. And it does say here that Pirlo's closing on Pioli. Now, let's not forget that Pirlo was warned by Agnelli he has to make the Champions League. And here, Corriere dello Sport both basically says the same sort of thing, that Pirlo beats Parma with defenders 3-1. It does notice, though, that CR7 and Dybala are firing blanks at the moment. But still, they are closing down. It says now that the Champions League race really heats up, because tonight, of course, we have Napoli versus Lazio and Roma Atalanta, which are some outstanding games to be watching later on. It says here, Torino close to a coup in Gazzetta. The Granata keep going, trying to dig themselves out. A 1-1 draw in Bologna. It takes looking at note of some of the other results. Genoa resist. Pandev now with 100 Serie A goals, and Calgary achieve against Udinese. It really is coming down to the business end of the season now, and you really do think that these Champions League places, I mean, these games tonight are going to be superb, absolutely superb, I think. Just says here in Tuttosport, of course we'll give, it says here, Mandragora in Toro, astonishing Mandragora strike in the Granata Pegback Bologna, who had the lead through Musa Barro. So that's pretty much the headlines in Gazzetta dello Sport and the rest of the papers today. Looking through, a little bit later, no. Try and do it a little bit earlier, of course, normally, but this is just the way things go. And the game's going to be interesting tonight, as we know. So let's see how that all pans out.